So, welcome back to another stream that we have not done in basically quite a while. And we're going to be talking about basically two demanding YouTubers on the YouTube platform. And those are DSPGaming and as well as Quantum TV. Now, these two are so demanding on the YouTube platform. They are demanding in different ways. Quantum likes to be right all the time and thinks that he should be right, and if you don't agree with him, he'll just immediately attack you. DSPGaming, on the other hand, thinks that if you subscribe and watch his streams, you have to pay him money. So, these are two YouTubers and streamers that have been around for quite a while, especially DSPGaming has been on the platform for a little over a decade. Quantum has had a lot more problems than DSP has, but DSP is still really bad the way that he, goes after his audience and demands them money and whatnot. And it's just completely ridiculous. So, yeah, so these are Quantum TV. Well, this ain't really, it is right here up top with these first couple screenshots, but I know when you think Quantum TV, you usually think like YouTube or Google beside the idiot person that he is. When you type that in, it basically means like the high, incredible quality TVs out there. Because, that's what you get when you look at Quantum TV, is you're getting a quantum top technology. And those are insanely freaking good for TVs. But yeah, these two YouTubers just literally always, they're so demanding in their own ways. And I just can't, it's so disrespectful and it's so disgusting on how that, they think that they're demanding and that they think that everybody should do whatever the heck they want. Like, either giving them money, like DSP, like he begs his audience for, or you should agree with every game that you like that a guy does not like, you should just immediately not like it. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so freaking ridiculous on how these two idiots are freaking so demanding on YouTube, and they think that they're so important. But it's going to be an interesting ride for this video, or, for this stream. I'm going to see if I got any new comments yet. So far, nobody has streamed yet, but I'll at least get a few people. I'm going to at least try to fix my mic a little bit. Alright, that's much better. So, yeah, it's just really bad. When it comes to the worst person, it goes to Quantum TV, especially over DSPGaming, because at least DSP, he's not, perfect in any way means necessary, but he also, does go after some of his audience, especially if they don't give him money. But, he doesn't, at least do, oh, you don't like this game, I should go, I should strike your YouTube channel. He doesn't do none of that, and he doesn't, freaking literally give false information and say, which is another thing, on our previous video we did, Quantum TV, okay, I still subscribe to his channel because I, every now and again I like to see whatever he, talks about, so that way I can talk about what goes on. And some of his videos, I did remember watching, and literally almost 90% of his videos, I've watched about maybe several of different videos of his through the last year and a half, and 9 out of 10 of those videos, of a TV, whether it be Vizio or a Sony or a Samsung or an LG, he's never had nothing but strictly negative things to say about them TVs, or at least most of the time. And he's always saying that the Sony TVs are always so saturated, which, in my opinion, I don't think they do. I just think, that they look good for what they are, and they look pretty realistic, in my opinion, with the colors and awesome, the contrast and everything, especially being a VA panel. And you're getting, with the Sony LCD TVs, especially if you get the X85 or the X90 or the X95 series, out of their last 3 flagship 4K TVs, even the X80 series. I mean, whatever TV that you get, I personally get the X90, and I would probably go from the X90 or X95 series TVs. But the Sony TVs, in my opinion, have always been so good that they're very, very close to OLED levels. And because Sony does very, very good job on their panels, I should say, they're almost as clean as an OLED TV. And it's so clean that you're almost thinking to yourself, is this TV even 8K resolution? Like, that's how good that the Sony TVs are, in my opinion. And then he's also said stuff about Samsung, always having dirty screen effect, which I have a Q70T, okay, and that is only an edgelit. I've had that TV for already coming up, about to be 3 years, this coming up summer, and there is literally no dirty screen effect on that. And I also understand that, this one is an edgelit, and it's not a full array or, mini LED or whatever, but I was told that from Best Buy from a while back when I first got that TV that Samsung is kind of known for that, but our panel is perfectly clean. And then I also got the Samsung QN90A, at least until next Tuesday, which I've also got to give you guys a reminder. Samsung did, however, the delivery people, however, did email me yesterday, and I'm finally going to be getting the Samsung QN90B as my QN90A replacement next Tuesday on January 24th between 8 to 2 p.m. Between 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if I can get somebody to help me with setting up that TV, if they can't do it sometime in that day, I might be able to do a review video later that evening, or if not, it'll probably be Wednesday the 25th, the following day. But we are getting the TV on Tuesday the 24th coming up, and honestly, I'm very, very excited to get this TV and to, try it out and game on it to see how much of an improvement with the new gaming features that it has over the QN90A. But back with what I was saying. So, even though my QN90A has a little bit of a problem, I got a mess right here. Had an itch right there on my ear. But even though my QN90A has something wrong with the screen just a little bit, it's not considered dirty screen effect, I do know that, but it is something from the back of the panel. But because Samsung can't repair it, because they don't have the parts, and they don't have that particular TV no more, so they decided that they will just give me the 2022 version as a replacement. And I've heard nothing but when it comes to gaming, it has the new gaming hub, the new whatever, and it's slightly better on color, and the contrast is way better. So personally, I'm very, very excited to see what this TV is going to be. So be sure to stay tuned in. But Quantum TV always says that Samsung always has dirty screen effect. But as I was saying, with our QN90A, I didn't see hardly any of that. And I have a good feeling I'm probably not going to see any of that with the 90B that they're going to be bringing me next Tuesday. But we don't know just yet. I could just get a freaking bad panel, and it might be bad. But all the other Samsung TVs that I have bought, I've had nothing but very, very clean, straight panels. Minus maybe just a tiny bit of dirty screen effect, but it's so tiny that you don't even know that it's there. So Quantum TV just has had nothing. He's always says negative things about TVs. And most of the time, that's all I hear him say, even with games. Like for an example, last year in February when he talked about Elden Ring, literally, he's got nothing, he's always talking negative. And I don't understand how a YouTuber can literally like do a review on things like games or TVs or monitors or whatever if they have nothing but negative things to say about them products. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you're going to just talk about negative, why even post the videos in the first place? I mean, it's just plain and simple. But we got a couple videos that we're going to show you of two of the YouTubers, you know, Quantum TV and as well as DSPGaming, from a couple other people that are literally, you know, saying stuff about them and saying that they're getting criticism for the things that they done. But we're going to go ahead and start off with the first video. And this is Quantum TV from a YouTuber by Jason Dariums, or however you pronounce that name. I'm going to go ahead and see if I got any new I'm going to see what okay, Samsung TVs suck. Hope your TV works out fine, but everyone knows has problems with them. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I've had at least select few Samsung TVs, and all of mine's been mostly good. And then I was saying, like, this guy just always says stuff about Sony TVs, and I've had like 4 or 5 Sony TVs in the last 3 years, and I have 3 right now, and all of mine still work perfectly fine. Like, I don't see anything with them. But yeah, I could still get unlucky with a probably bad panel with this one, but I sure hope that my Q90B is not, because I'm actually excited for it, especially when it comes to all the gaming features from over the Q90A. It's got the new redesigned gaming hub that lets you change, you know, FPS, RTS, and different picture presets and game mode and all that good stuff. So that's why I'm really excited for it, and I'm hoping it's going to be good. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start you off with a Quantum TV with a guy talking about something that just happened recently, and he uploaded this video 13 days ago. So, and we'll actually let you guys know and tell you about our take parts of the video. So, here's to tell you more.
Hello everyone, good day to all of you. We have some good news today. Quantum TV has had a lot of his videos flagged, and he's now got limited ads on them, meaning that he has finally received a taste of what he caused for the Act Man. Even if it's only a slight small taste of karma, it's still a taste of karma.
And he's truthfully right. Like, even if it may not be a whole lot, he still got payback a little bit of what he did, like he's saying to the Act Man. But the Act Man's not the only thing that he's went after. He's went after Mischief. He's went after Review Tech USA. He's went after Digital Trends, which is a really good TV reviewer guy, and he's another one of the reasons as why I get my where I get my TV reviews at, and before I buy them, to, you know, he's a reviewer that I like and I get my information from. But he's also went after Stop the FOMO. He's went after HD TV, and then one other YouTuber, which I haven't watched in a while, but he is freaking hilarious. I like him a lot with his videos. Like, he's hilarious. But he's went after Griffin Gaming, especially over the Xbox Series X, when Microsoft first showed it off and announced the console back in the Game Awards of 2019. And he said that Microsoft was too busy anti-consumer and people shouldn't buy the console, and then people that have did are stupid and whatever. Like, just stuff like that. And guess what? I don't even care what the freak he says. He can come after me if he wants to or not. I literally have an Xbox Series X. I got one right in here on my gaming setup beside my PC. I also got one in my living room. If he's got a problem because I love to play on my Xbox Series X or I own one, he can go fuck off for all I literally care.
So let's get into it.
You really can't make this shit up, man. Like, shortly after my video that I just made,
As soon as he said, you cannot make this shit up, it's already like, literally, as soon as he said that, I can already tell of something going in his brain, like, you could just feel it. From after knowing all the stuff that he's done last year to these other YouTube content creators, and because he finally got some revenge back, and just immediately him saying that, you already get the feeling of what it is. Like, he's just going to be upset because he didn't get his way. Let's roll it.
Several of my videos, what am I even saying, got flagged fraudulently.
Well, Quantum, considering that you went and fraudulently flagged the Actman of Mischief's videos covering your poopy Elden Ring review, you now know what that feels like and just how bad it is, don't you?
But any
That was actually funny. He's like, yeah, you know how that feels, don't you? Oh my gosh. Finally, actually, I think this is a little bit more than what he said. I think he is getting some good, maybe not 100% payback, but he's actually getting a decent bit in the way he described that. Yeah. Sucks, Quantum TV, doesn't it, when you want to go after people over your fucking stupid opinion? It sucks, doesn't it? Payback is karma, bitch. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is. Karma's a bitch.
Anytime it's a yellow monetization thing, basically the video stops running ads. Let's just cut the shit, right? So for all intents and purposes, you lose monetization on work that you put out. And like, these are videos about LG, G2 stuff, and it's like, so they're just going to every video they can, hoping that they get a hit. And it's just like, I'm so sick and tired of all of this, like, assassination type behavior. Like,
Well, Quantum, if you're so pissed off about the stupid behavior, how about you stop fucking starting it all and doing it all? You're the one that caused this. You are the one that caused this to your own channel, from going after Mischief and literally going, like, talking crap about his age. Like, that is completely illegal to do, by the way. And going after the Actman, getting information that you shouldn't be getting of, like, his mom, and threatening him in any sorts of way by messaging. Like, you brought this on yourself, Quantum TV. You fucking did it, not them. You did it, and you're getting the revenge that you deserve. So, I am so sorry that you're getting hurt for your actions. Payback is revenge. Karma is finally catching up to you. And I knew it was going to happen eventually. It's a little bit later than I thought, but I knew it was going to happen eventually. You were going to get fucking payback. And now we finally are getting it. And now the Actman, Review Tech USA, of course, us from Tech and Gaming Reviews, we can all freaking live happily ever after for somebody finally getting payback.
Like, they want to take you out so badly because you hurt their feelings. And it's like, bro, I don't know who really needs to hear this, but no.
Well, Quantum, if you possibly wouldn't go after people because they like a game because you didn't, okay? This is not how the world works. And I'm going to say this again, like over the summer when I made a couple videos talking about this. the world does not evolve around one person. Okay? That is why we have different types of games for different types of people. There's different types of restaurants for different types of people. There are different types of stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and there's different types of gas stations because they are for certain audience that people will go that like those places. Not everybody likes the same game, and not everybody likes the same freaking darn place. Like with me, I mean, I like most of the places, but when it comes to TVs, I go to Best Buy because Best Buy has the supreme premium TVs to get. When I go to the gas station, I go to Sheetz because Sheetz has so freaking good food, unlike others. So, you see where this is coming from? People go to different things and they will like different things. That's why there are so many options. If we just had one option of every single thing, like one restaurant, one gas station, one video game, or one type of video game of all of those, the world would not be fun to live in. It would be so depressing on this planet because nobody would ever get other options. They would be getting the exact same thing and it would just be so depressing. That is why we have different options when it comes to games, whatever. And just because people don't like a game does not mean that others shouldn't because of you. You brought this to yourself, Quantum. But let's get back.
Nobody owes you like that safe space that you think you're entitled to.
Right, you all heard that, right? I'm not the only one. You're not entitled to that safe.
Nope, I definitely am seeing what he said right here, so I'm with you on this one.
Space. Quantum, you falsely flagged the Actman, Mischief, Minxie1, Gara of the Rage, King Klutzy 552, and only God knows how many other people, all because they hurt your feelings, and you just couldn't handle being told that you were wrong. Folks, seriously, for anyone who still supports this man baby, can you honestly sit there and tell me you don't see the projection Quantum's putting out? I'm an idiot, and even I can see it. But seriously, Quantum, this is what happens when you piss Karma off. She comes back around to give you a taste of your own medicine, and in your case, Dr. Justin prescribes 2 tablespoons of copium, followed by 1 tablet of Cevium. Take them just before bedtime, and if the saltiness continues, then that's on you, baby!
Like, just because you come to a product review, you are not guaranteed a good mark on that fucking product. Like, I don't care that you like that product. Go watch your TV if you're that content with it. But then...
Well, Quantum, I mean... I know I had a random phone call all of a sudden, but it was a scam. They've been kind of getting out of hand lately, so I don't know. But, you know, Quantum, I mean... You just think that you're right. I mean, if you have a bad taste, like how I disagree with you on Sony TVs especially, and if somebody was to say that they disagree with your opinion, which I sure as heck do, because I have the Sony X900H, I have the Sony X90J that I just watched one of your videos saying that it was a bad TV when it truthfully is not. It's freaking remarkable. And I even got the X90K, which is another TV that you also stated that you was saying that like it was like too saturated or Sony doesn't have good motion or, this or that. But from what I've noticed and from other reviewers, Sony actually does have better motion clarity and better motion out of all the other brands out there. And they're just so freaking good. When it comes to their VA panels, like those TVs that I have, especially the X90K, for example, which is the new X90 2022 version Sony TV, it's freaking fantastic. It's literally so good that the colors are better than the X90J, even though they were still pretty good overall on there. And you get the new XR processor, whereas you didn't on the 900H, but you did on the X90J. So the X90K is packing the two trade-offs between the latest two models before that. And that's what makes it remarkable. But, you know, I don't really care what you say or what you do. I don't care if you don't like me because I like Sony TVs, but that's just how I am. Even coming from an LG OLED and a Samsung QD OLED, I messed around with the Sony TVs and they still look good. Even from going from an OLED, those LCD TVs still look freaking fantastic. And I just don't understand it, but Sony is known for making good products. Even going downgrade to them, you're still getting a good product. That's why Sony is my favorite brand, is because their TVs are so freaking good and they're killers.
We all know what it is. If they're really that content and they're happy with their products, why are they online looking at fucking reviews? Because they know it's shit.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, well, he said, not necessarily. You just think that you're right, and you think that everybody should watch you. That's not how the world works, Quantum TV. We don't evolve on one person out of, like, I want to say 4 to 5 billion on the entire planet. And you got, like, on YouTube alone, you probably got, like, around 500 million people on YouTube or something like that. That, we just don't go off of one person over 500 million. That is, like, that is an insane huge difference right there. Who the hell is going to go with one person when they got other people? And that's the same thing with games, and like I mentioned with restaurants and gas stations and, you know, electronic stores and whatever. Like, that gives people more options, because then they're like, okay, I watched this guy, I've seen his review, let me see what other reviews on, because they want a base to see if it's the right product that they want or not. It's the same thing with, like, playing games. Like, you think that people only should play one game or shouldn't like all the games that you don't like. Like, you can just tell, literally, from Quantum TV, the way that I'm talking and the way that this guy's talking, that he's just got something in his brain, and it's probably mental illness, that he thinks that he's living in his own fantasy world. I bet you. Let me go. I'm going to see if I got any new comments. Yes, you are so right. He does not. Literally. I've made, like, probably almost 15 videos about him in the last year, ever since all of the freaking stupid BS that he caused with Elden Ring since last year in February. And I'm not the only YouTuber that has. Review Tech USA's done it. RGT85, I think, has done it. I'm not quite sure, but I think he has. I know Dreamcast Guy hasn't, but Ackman has. The Mischief, I mean, and he's went and fought everybody. I mean, yeah, I don't get it. But we'll move this one forward.
Early Quantum. Maybe they bought the TV, noticed that it was having problems, and then they look up the problem to see if other people are also having that problem, and if they are, someone might point them to your review. Also, Quantum, people look up TV reviews, and since you have attacked and bullied literally every other AV reviewer out there so that your channel shows up first in the results, then you have to be able to explain to these people that they made a bad purchase, or why the purchase they made was bad. Basically, folks, Quantum pulled a Gilderoy Lockhart, where he made it seem like he's really good at what he does and everyone else is doing it just wrong out and out. And then when these...
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, I've watched, like, I'm still subscribed to his channel just to see what he pulls. I just think it's interesting to see what he pulls with every video he uploads. But I've watched a few, like I mentioned, a few of his, like, videos over the last year and a half, like, over 10 videos or something. He's done TV reviews, and all I've heard nothing but him saying, like, mostly negative things, except maybe one or two positive things here and there. But mostly he's just said negative things, like the Vizio P series Quantum. He said nothing but negative things for it, or something like it was too good for the price, or it was too good to get, like you don't want to whatever. And then, like I said, the Sony TVs being oversaturated, which I really don't think they are. I think they just look pretty as they look, and they look pretty realistic. And then the Samsungs, like I said, having dirty screen effect, which a couple of ours, I've never had any issues. And then he said stuff about LG's not having good colors or something like that, which I will admit he's right on that, because usually LG makes mostly IPS panels as their budget lower mid to high range TVs. But LGs have been pretty darn freaking good too, especially like as clean as they are. They're really, I've had a few of them.
These people come to him for help. He tells them to sling their hook. Remember, folks, Quantum TV is a master calibrator. Oh, I'm sorry, an expert of digital imagery.
Not even close. I've literally heard other people literally said that he says that, but he's really not he's not a genius at calibrating TVs. And I actually will say, Digital Trends is the best place to find TV reviews, and especially if you want to find every little inch of detail on a TV, that if you're looking into like a certain TV and you don't know how good it is, and you're wanting for an example, like you want this TV for gaming, and you want to make sure that it's meant for gaming. Well, ratings.com has videos on doing reviews of TVs, and they do every little inch of detail. And if they don't have a video up, you can just go to their website, type in the TV on there, and just go through, and that's how you can find the best product. And then that's what they do, is they give the best info for the best products for your needs. So if you really are wanting the best TV that's going to have really good picture and that fits your needs, like if you are wanting a super high premium picture, or you want a decent budget picture that still has gaming features, go to ratings.com website and type the TV that you're looking in, and you will find your results through them. That's how I've got all of my TVs, is from checking their reviews.
My bad, folks.
But the thing is, once they figure out it's shit, they don't just stop at knowing that it's shit. They want to go find people who figure out it's shit. And how dare you speak out about it being shit. Now they want to try to issue a punishment to you. And it's like, it's so hard to be an honest, objective voice on the platform when, it's one of those platforms where if they want your opinion, they'll give it to you, kind of thing. And it's so fucking irritating.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Because it's like, I know how I would respond to this shit in the real world. 100%. But
oh yeah, we know how you respond to it, Quantum. We absolutely know how you respond. Oh, somebody doesn't agree with you. Oh, I got a false copyright them. They didn't agree with me. I'm selfish. I freaking like what I like, and I want people to like what I like, because I'm a freaking selfish prick.
you can't say that on social media.
Yes, Quantum, we all know just how you would respond to it in the real world, and you can't say it on social media. You would tell them to go kill themselves. That's what you told people to do when they didn't like your Elden Ring review.
Exactly. I remember watching this video too. I remember Review Tech USA talking about it, and I highly recommend go support his channel, because Rich of Review Tech USA, his channel is so freaking great. He's my favorite YouTuber out of like the 300 subscribers I am subscribed to on YouTube in general. Like, Review Tech USA, absolutely, he's good content creator. He makes content that I like. But I did watch his video showing off about him talking about that, and I even watched Quantum TV's video in general where he said if you can't accept that, go kill yourself. That's what he literally said to people that like Elden Ring. And that's disrespectful, especially to my friends. Like, I have friends that like the game. Personally, I'm not a big into Dark Souls games because they're way too hard for the kind of game that I play. But I got friends that do, and that makes me upset because he's literally basically threatening my friends because they like something that they like. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I'm so glad that this guy is finally getting a taste of his own medicine, and I can't wait till it gets worse, to be honest. I can't wait till his YouTube channel gets fully shut down, if it ever will. But with the way stuff's going, it might possibly happen sometime here after a while.
You can't be an adult on social media because it's like you can only have a singular mind and you have to codify these fucking feelings.
Oh yeah, we know how you work, Quantum TV. We absolutely know how you work. You literally just always think that you're right, and if people don't agree with your opinion, you literally go and attack them because they didn't agree with you. You're literally talking about your own self. Literally. And I'm going to say this again, Quantum. You dug yourself into this mess. You have literally dug yourself into this mess, dude. You did it with the Quantum, or I don't know why I'm saying your YouTube channel. You dug yourself into this with the Elden Ring hot take and literally telling people to go kill themselves that love the game. You know? And then you're all a couple videos later after getting so much backlash, you're just now all of a sudden are like, no, that's the point of the game. Go kill yourself. That is not, you did not say it like that at all. You literally just said it straight to your audience that if they like the game to go kill themselves. That is what you literally said. Me and Review Tech USA and other YouTubers got proof of it. And all YouTube has to do is go through their videos and see what you did. We fully have proof. You can't get away with that. That's proof. That's why you hear the saying, once it is on the internet, it's always on there and it will never go away. And you can't deny what you said.
To the umpteenth degree, or your shit gets flagged like this. Like, do you really think, like, I give a shit that somebody on the other side of the world somewhere decides, you know what, a review about the 30 worst TV brands basically around right now are terrible?
Yes, because the amount of salt flowing...
You kind of do care, Quantum. That is exactly why you flagged, copyrighted, striked all kinds of other YouTubers like Review Tech USA, like Mischief, like the Act Man, like Griffin Gaming, because they didn't agree with you. And I'm going to literally say this, there's people that don't agree with me either. There is diehard, TV brands out there, Vizio, LG, Samsung, and Sony, and now Hisense and TCL, those are the top 6 brands. But Vizio, LG, and Sony and Samsung are the top 4. LG and Samsung and Sony are technically the main top 3 brands when it comes to TVs. There is a lot of diehard LG fans out there. People will go after them because they didn't like LG, which they're stupid. But what I'm making a statement of is there is a lot of diehard LG fans out there. Like I said, I like the Sony TVs better because their panels are always cleaner, they have the better colors, they have the better contrast, and they're so good for an LCD TV that you're almost getting an OLED TV for a less amount of a price point, a budget price point. And they just look good for picture quality. And I've had people go after, I had a couple guys go after me because I didn't like LG in a Facebook gaming group. But do I care? No, of course not. Because they want to be stupid, they want to be stupid. They're not going to change my opinion at all. And I know that there's people out there that love Sony TVs too, that they think the same thing as me. They like them because they have good contrast, they like them because they have good color, and the pictures are so clean and very, very sharp in 4K, and they like them. And they'll pick them for gaming too, just like me. So that's why there is different options for different types of people. and there's a good amount of player base, or not player base, but there's a good amount of a fan base that loves the Sony TVs as well, and they prefer the Sonys over all the other brands. And then most of them are PlayStation owners, but there's also quite a bit of Xbox owners too that just play Xbox, but they see how good that the Sony TVs are, and they'll get the Sony because they like the picture that they give. Sony does really good. So, but is that going to change my opinion because somebody wants to go after me because they're a diehard LG fan because I like Sony? No. I mean, that's their stupid fault. That's them wanting to be a childish if they want to go after somebody else that doesn't like their TV brand. And it's the same thing with the consoles too. There's the same thing with consoles. People go after Xbox that are PlayStation fans, and Nintendo will go after PlayStation. Xbox will go after Nintendo. I mean, that's just not the companies themselves, but the fan base will just go after others because that's what they like. And I have everything, and I play on a couple at a time, or one at a time, but I only play on Xbox and PlayStation most of the time. I play a Switch every now and again, but people are going to go after me. Like, if I get on Xbox, people are going to be like, oh, why you ain't on PlayStation? Do I really fucking care? No, because I play what I want, and that's how it's ever going to be. If I decide I want to play on PlayStation, I'll play on that. If I decide I want to play on Xbox, I'll play on that. If I decide I want to play on a Samsung TV, I'll play on that. If I decide I want to play on a Sony, I'll play on that. So, I'm my own person, and I will do what I want, whatever nobody, even if nobody doesn't like it, because they want to be childish. I was just giving that out there.
Going through you right now is unfathomable.
Are enough of a reason to, like, flag my videos? No, I don't care about that shit, and I would have a conversation that maybe would have made him even more triggered, right?
Yeah, it would have triggered them, Quantum, because all you would do during this discussion, if you want to call it that, would be you twisting stuff and making stuff up, and whenever the person questions it, or, God forbid, doesn't believe you, your response would be, go kill yourself.
Again, about the fact that nobody, again, owes you shit.
That's extremely ironic and hypocritical coming from you, Quantum.
These products aren't your best friend. These companies aren't your best friend. And we would dive down that rabbit hole all fucking day. But the thing is
now, what he just said, okay, I will give him credit for that one. He is right. Like, the companies are not your best friend. They just want your money. But it doesn't still all revolve around you, Quantum TV. Just to give that out there.
he's a crazy guy. Fucking day. But the thing is, it's like, you can't really take people to school like they need to be taken to school, because then they'll just do the same thing they're doing here. They'll go on forums and all this shit. Oh, he's a quack. He's a crazy guy.
Quantum, did you not keep up with anything you said or did during the tickling? You abused copyright and DMCA on YouTube because people criticized your Elden Ring review and other videos, which is already extremely low as it is, not to mention illegal, and it means you can't handle criticism. You called a grown man's mother because you were so upset at a video he uploaded on you literally 40 minutes after it was uploaded. 40, by the way. You have bullied others and broken darn near every single rule in the YouTuber handbook, and yet
he's exactly right. He has literally done everything to break the rules, and literally, yeah, like, he just thinks that he's so right, and he just thinks he's right. And if you don't agree with him, he'll just immediately attack you. Like, it's pathetic. It's literally pathetic. Like, no joke. And honestly, I think, like, he just needs to honestly just get a life and worry about, like, he needs to move on from all this. And needs to stop, like, crying about it, stop bringing the shit up, and all this.
You have the gall to act like you're the victim? Well, I've got news for you, Quantum. You are not the victim. You reap what you sow, buddy, and that is some good schooling for everyone, you included.
I'm not going to sit here and cherry pick information. That's called lying, right? If I tell you that I'm in X place with this finding, and then it's actually on the other side of the fucking world. That's a lie. And you're so used to being lied to that it's like, it's almost second nature.
Okay, I had to cut out a huge portion of Quantum's video before that last little bit. My apologies, but I know literally nothing about TVs, and as long as they're in working condition and they have color, get all the channels and whatnot, then I really could not care less. But anyways, to get to what Quantum was saying, yes, Quantum, you do cherry pick stuff to complain about. Look at your reviews, and I use that term very loosely. Look at your reviews of Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Both were barely over a minute long and didn't really delve into either one of those games. Now, to be fair, Quantum was right about Pokemon Gen 9's graphical glitches, but the rest was just a complete joke. His Pokemon Legends Arceus review was even worse, and let's not go back to the Elden Ring review, because I think you all know by now just how bad that little disaster piece was.
And the fact that now this channel is being attacked by people who can't handle being told a product, let this sink in, that they didn't manufacture, it's not on their family name, they aren't getting a stipend every month from this company, right, because they love you so much, right? A fucking company and a fucking product. You can't even hear that it's bad to the point where you are trying to run content creators offline.
When that content creator is insane, Quantum, and especially when that content creator abuses copyright and DMCA, then they absolutely do deserve to be run offline, as literally no fan base out there will tolerate somebody who abuses copyright and DMCA.
And also, I did also forget to mention, but he's also had another YouTube channel, and he also created a second one, also this time of last year, well, or late spring last year, I should say, when he started going after the Ackman and all that, and his channel used to be Quantum TV Vlog, and because when I typed him up, I seen that there was a vlog one, and I was like, I looked it up, and I was like, that is very, very interesting. And I went on it, and it was nothing. It was one video that he uploaded just a few days before I found out about the secondary channel of his, and he just said nothing about, like, let's say, stuff about, like, he started talking about stuff about the N-word, I should say, but I'm not going to, like, actually, like, do anything to harm, but he was saying stuff like that, saying that other people were saying stuff like that, and, like, talking about the Ackman and all the, you know, the stuff that he did, even though he attacked him and went after his mom for absolutely nothing. Like, that, it was just stupid, because I looked at it and I'm sitting there just laughing my butt off, like, dude, this is just BS. Like, this guy literally does not know what he is talking about or what he's doing most of the time ever. But like I said, he also had a secondary channel, or he had a YouTube channel before Quantum TV, and this was back in like 2018, 2019, and his channel got shut down because of the same situation. So clearly, he's not learned with the second channel of Quantum TV since his previous YouTube channel. He has not learned at all. But I figured I'd just let you guys know that he originally had another YouTube channel that got shut down for the exact same thing, for harassment from other content creators that he was given to them for literally the same stuff. And he hasn't learned, apparently, in like the last 4 or 5 years.
Learn this, Quantum, as you are still doing this.
For not giving you a positive review on a fucking product. I saw this with Elden Ring. I saw this with LG OLEDs. Now I'm seeing this with budget TVs?
Yeah, Quantum, because you literally always have something fucking negative to say about the products. You literally don't fucking have nothing positive most of the time to literally say about those products. Yes, I have an LG C1 OLED. Let me be phrased with you. It is an incredible TV. Okay. you always say, like I stated, you've always got something negative to say about freaking the Sony TVs, the Samsung TVs, and then of course Elden Ring. You told people to kill themselves because they liked the game, because you didn't. Quantum TV, if you would stop fucking giving negative things on your fucking reviews, on your videos, you wouldn't have this problem. And then going after the Ackman, getting personal information of his mom to try to locate him, that's illegal. You can go to prison for that kind of shit. If you would stop fucking giving negative reviews and saying always negative things about all of these fucking shit that you review, you wouldn't have this problem, Quantum. Literally, you wouldn't have this problem. But I've watched at least a select several of your videos, especially when it comes to TV reviews, because I'm a big TV nerd when it comes to TVs myself, and I have literally heard most of the time nothing but negative things that you have talked about those TVs, and you think that you're a calibrator. But how are you a calibrator, for one, if all you have to say is bad things about these items? Like, all you have to say is they're oversaturated, oh, the colors are not good, oh, they have better dirty screen effect, oh, the OLEDs are so dim, oh, the OLED is so crap because it can burn in. But, like, you know, if you would have something positive to say on at least some of your items, you know, it would have been a little bit better. But I've watched your videos, Quantum. You've literally have got nothing but most of the time negative things to say about all the things that you've done videos on, whether it be a video game, a TV review. So, you know, that's on you. You brought this to yourself, and I'm going to keep saying this until this is over.
Yes, you are. Your Elden Ring review was filled to the brim with a crap ton of false information. I can't speak for the TVs, but when it comes to Elden Ring, I can tell you right now that you were 100% wrong with all of the information in that review of yours.
Holy fuck, society is weak. It's bro, like, please, if you are of the sound mind that I hope that the rest of the world is of, please chime off about this down below and just let me know, reassure me that there is faith in humanity, because frankly, I'm losing my faith in it completely. How the hell?
Considering how screwed up Western society is, Quantum, I've already lost all of my faith in humanity, so no, you're not alone. I'm not going to talk about those problems here, as this isn't the place for it, but let's just say that I am very worried about the future of Western civilization because of certain groups of people. Not gonna name them, but, you know.
God damn, bro. It's a product, bro. Like, we are talking technology. Like, good luck when you find a product issue.
Well then, Quantum, then why the hell do you think, if it's just a product, okay, that people like to buy or people can try out, then why is it that you think that you always have to be right, and you always think that you're superior when it comes to all of this? Okay? If it's just a product and people can buy what they want, then why do you think that they should do what you want and agree with you? Okay? Now you're starting to make it out saying that now you don't think you're important. And you should have been like this from the start, Quantum, and then you know what would have happened? You probably would have had a lot more subscribers, and you would have none of this flack that you're getting right now, if you would have just kept that. But no, we remember everything that you done last year, that you think that you're right with Elden Ring, and that you think you're right with, you know, people going after you, and you think that you're right with this and this and this and that and that. Like, you know, it's not all about you, Quantum, and I'm going to literally say this. The world does not evolve around you. It doesn't matter who you are. The world does not evolve around you.
Issue. I mean, these are the same people, by the way. When they find an issue with a product, they'll be the first ones blasting off on reviews or asking for managers or don't ever buy Samsung again. I had a terrible product experience. But now look at them attacking me and shitting on me and all this kind of stuff. Like, bro, you really, like, Sanos, where, like, that's what you want to put your hat on?
I mean, people does have bad issues, or will take, you know, people might get bad TVs, okay? And like I said, I've been getting lucky with mine. Like my Samsungs. Like you saying that somebody got a bad Samsung. That is possible. I might get a bad Samsung product with this Q90B that they're going to be bringing me this coming up Tuesday the 24th. And I am going to be sure that if I get a bad one, Samsung's either going to have to repair it or bring another one, because that's how business works. You can't just get bad quality of life products. And people might get a Samsung and they might not like it because it might have dirty screen effect. Or say, for an example, like a Sony. Somebody might get a bad Sony TV that has very, very bad dirty screen effect, or just has a bad dead pixel on one part of the screen. But, they have the right to take it back to either exchange it or get a different, completely different TV. And that's just how it is. People have to take chances when this stuff. Then the manufacturers can't always get everything perfect. So they have to take the chance. That way the customer can get it. And if it's a bad one, either what store they bought it from or the company will come back and get it. And they will be like, okay, this is what we did wrong with this TV. They'll repair it. And then it'll go to the next person. That's just how manufacturing works, especially when it comes to TVs. You may get a good product, and then sometimes you may get a bad one. But then once you get a bad one, if you don't like it, it'll go back to the company somehow, and they will make sure to look in it, and they'll know what to do, and then they'll fix it, and it'll go to the next person, and then it'll be a better product. That's just how it is. Everything is not going to be perfect.
Sanyo, fucking Hitachi, Emerson, these are the TVs you're coming after me for? Oh my god, I can't even with this video right now, bro.
Like I said in my last video, Quantum, you're the one who put yourself in this position. You must now accept all that comes with it, and if people are crapping on you for it, then you have no one but yourself to blame. Anyway, that's...
Exactly. I'm so, that's what I've been saying. He is literally has nothing... He's literally got nothing to blame but himself for all of the shit that he's done last year, especially false copywriting other content creators, and he's got nothing to blame but himself. I have to completely agree with this guy. As a matter of fact, I definitely am going to subscribe to his channel, because he does sound like a very good YouTuber. So...
the end of this video. Now it's on to a video of Harmon Smith still denying all of the bugs and glitches that Pokemon Gen 9 has. See you there!
So, yeah. And it's, truthfully, it's really, he's got nothing to blame but himself. So, he thinks he's always right, and he will freaking false flag other people because they don't agree with his opinion. And I'm going to say this right now before I end this part 1 of DSP Quantum TV demanding on YouTube situation. And I'll do a part 2 later on with DSP. Actually, I'll go over to the other YouTuber real quick, or the other spot. But this guy is also another, like I mentioned beginning of the stream, he's not completely as horrible as Quantum TV, but he's still really bad on the YouTube platform. The only problems is he demands money, and the way that he talks to his audience that don't give him money or whatever, that he thinks that they're all substitute teacher that's on steroids or whatever. But I mean, at least he doesn't false copyright other YouTubers because they liked a product that he doesn't like, and he doesn't get private information of going after somebody's mom or whatever, getting a hold of them so they can find out where they live, all that weird stuff. He at least does not do none of that. So I'm going to give DSP that a little bit, but DSPGaming is still not super bright on YouTube, especially when it comes to demanding money from his audience and saying weird stuff like, oh, you didn't support this channel, blah, 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 because of the fact that they didn't give him money and that's all he wants on his YouTube. So, But we'll do a part 2 of DSPGaming also probably later on in the day. But I definitely am going to let you know that Quantum TV, out of the two, is the complete worst. And I'm finally so freaking glad that he's finally getting revenge and karma payback for what he did. I'm so freaking glad that he's finally getting payback for what he did to all those other content creators last year, including Mischief and Review Tech USA, and especially the Ackman for absolutely no dumb reason. But yeah, so be sure to stay tuned in for our part 2 for later on, or possibly tomorrow whenever we do part 2. I don't know necessarily just yet, but my friends on my games, we might be getting back to Call of Duty. I don't know just yet, but if nothing happens later on, then we'll probably get to a part 2. If not, then we'll do part 2 tomorrow for DSP. But yeah, DSPGaming and especially Quantum TV are absolutely demanding people on YouTube when it comes to money and when it comes to being right and not agreeing with their opinion. So, yeah. But that pretty much does it for this stream. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Rate, comment, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. And comment down below if you have any whatever about these two guys. Like if you have a bad experience with Quantum TV, for an example, or whatever. Or if you know about DSP's, begging for money situation and all that good stuff. So yeah, just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below for Quantum TV's BS that he's finally getting revenge on, and if you are very, very thankful that he's finally getting payback for what he deserves. So yeah, so just comment down in the comment section down below, hit the like button if you enjoy this stream, and also be sure to subscribe if you are new to this channel, and we will be sure to keep you posted with our QN90B review coming up and part 2 of DSPGaming also. So that pretty much does it for the stream for us today. This is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you